Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be discussing a few ways the rich stay rich. The following chat is very materialistic, but I wanted to talk about the meaning of the rich get rich and to dive further into it. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so number one, people who are rich or wealthy generally have a different mindset than those who are not. Just a note, I'm referring to people who have earned their way to becoming wealthy rather than inheriting their fortune. In any case, these people know how to be financially smart. This means a few things. These people generally have a few principles that they are grounded in. Whether they realize it or not, the rich generally apply an 80-20 rule when it comes to spending. This means that they are financially savvy with roughly 80% of the buying that they do, and 20% of their buying is whatever they want to do, whether they lose money or not. But with the 80%, whether this be jewelry, cars, boats, watches, or whatever, the way they do this is they only buy things that they can enjoy without losing any money, or they can enjoy without losing a whole lot of money, so a bare minimum amount. For example, if you are able to buy a Porsche 911 GT3 for $200,000 today, you can typically drive it for 4 years, putting an average amount of miles on the car without losing a single penny in year 4. Whether you pay cash, finance, you are in a win-win situation by year 4. Another example, if you buy a Rolex Submariner, GMT, Daytona, etc., one of their sport model watches, you can typically enjoy these without losing any money on it for years and years. The same is the case with any other high-end brand, Audemars Piguet, whatever have you. And in some cases, you can even make money by buying these types of watches. Now here's the catch. A 911 GT3 or a Rolex isn't typically available for you to go buy brand new from a store. This takes years of relationship building, some level of spending with the brand, and tons of patience. There's a lot to learn from the examples I just gave. A few things. Don't spend on depreciating assets. Instead, wait and save and buy the toy that you won't lose money on. Even if this means you have to save longer, wait longer, and spend time building relationships with certain brands, once you're in the circle, it'll all be worth it. You can almost view owning a high-end Porsche and high-end watches as a circle or club that can help you grow in terms of how you think, the people you surround yourself with, and just everyone in that circle helping you to get better at what you do, get better and think better, think larger, etc., and just become more successful. I'm grateful for the success I've had, but I know plenty of people who are way more successful than me, and I love surrounding myself with them. They're like-minded people, and I learn from them constantly. This wouldn't have happened if I didn't find a way to enter these groups or clubs. So what I'm saying is, don't buy the high-end BMW, wait and buy the Porsche. Don't buy the Tag Heuer watch, wait and buy the Omega or Rolex. Financially speaking, if you aren't able to get the level of buying of a special Porsche or watch, that just means you need to wait longer. So do your best to save more, develop those relationships you have to work on anyways with these brands, go in the store, network with the people that work there and or other people that you know that are into those brands. It'll do way more than you can imagine. To become successful or rich, you really have to change your habits. You have to change how you think about money. You have to start controlling your debt rather than letting it control you. The key is you have to have patience in all of this. You have to think long term. I apply almost like a hybrid of the Dave Ramsey approach and rich dad, poor dad approach to my finances. In other words, don't make the impulse buy of it the car or the bag that you want. This allows your credit card and consumer debt to own you. Instead, make sure you are living well under your means and always in an equity position on whatever toy, car, boat, watch, thing, purse you are buying. You don't want to be upside down because that's when your debt owns you instead of the other way around. The other thing here is successful people really understand the tax law. They try to legally reduce their taxes as much as possible. In the US, it's a bit harder for the traditional W-2 corporate employee, but there are still ways to do this. If you are a business owner, there are endless ways to do this. So regardless of where you live, educate yourself on the tax law and try to minimize how much tax you pay. I'm a firm believer in letting people control their own money versus letting the government control it for you instead. So the more you learn about taxes, the more you can potentially save from paying. Although these seem like simple facts that everyone should know, each and every day I see friends and people around me fall prey to buying more than they should, letting their debt own them and not becoming financially independent. I have been victim of these things myself, but I learned from the process and my mistakes and exactly know how to get out of them. To recap my real message here, don't buy depreciating assets, but rather save for the assets that will hold value or increase over time. This may cost more upfront, but will be well worth the investment. 2, learn to be financially savvy. How can you save on taxes to pay? What type of assets can you buy that don't lose you money? And to making sure your debt doesn't own you in the process. These are just a few out of many things you can do that currently are eating people away in today's keeping up with the Instagram society. I wanted to make this video to help anyone who's in the same boat or struggling, because I've been there myself and I understand what it takes to get out of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate any feedback you guys have. Please leave a like or comment down below if you have any other thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Khalifa out.